the frontal approach. Now, you don't always have to take the frontal approach.
What's the frontal approach?
You know,
Missionary
the
position.
man approaching the woman, face to face, so to speak. Now, you can use the backdoor approach, but as I say, you got to make sure you get it in the right orifice. You don't want to get confused.
Always make sure your penis.
And for someone, I encourage you beginners to use the frontal approach.
And knowing's half the battle.
It's,
Can I quote him from number 6?
yeah, and regardless, you can still get the acute bowel syndrome even with the Vaseline.
Can you put this on YouTube?
Because
I'm gonna do something with it, man. I have like 40 minutes of this dude talking.
and it can rip, tear up the tender. What do they call it?
The sphincter?
Sphincter. Yeah, doctors will tell you this. That's what helps us contain our bowels and so on. It tears that up, and these homosexual people often, in their 30s and 40s, have to wear diapers for the rest of their life. What kind of life is that? Sometimes then they end up sticking baseball bats and cucumbers and even gerbils up their anus.
Oh my god.
All for that thrill, doing something illegal.
What? Okay.
But when you do it legally, within marriage, and where there's love, then there's another element.
I've heard about more odd sexual stuff that I think I'm just throwing it out there, just so you know. Just so you know. Just want to make sure you use it.
That is my Facebook status. Right
God is everywhere, isn't he also?
Well, I've been teaching human sexuality for 30 years now, or more than that. And I never had a course in human sexuality.
Shows what you know about
Well,
it.
then that's probably not a good thing if you're teaching.
I figured these things out and read the Bible.
Abstinence only education, right? Right?
Halen 2012.
Abstinence education.
It's on the other side.
It's when you teach children in school to just not have sex.
You don't teach about birth control.
You don't teach them what to do, you just teach them not to do it.
No, you girls need to have as many babies as you can have. But get yourself a hubby first.
What if I can't have babies? It's really sad.
That'd be sad.
Obviously, you were sinning in your
Oh,
life.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, no word.
Made you pray really hard. There was a woman in the Bible, Hannah.
She was. Wait, was she the really old? No, that was Ruth, right? Who was like
The really old one was
60-something
Sarah.
Hannah.
She did not have a baby until she was 90.
Was she the one that was also a rock star, but all the kids in her high school, Hannah? That's kind of. Is that it? No. That's wait, no, that's Hannah Montana. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, but there was a woman in the Bible named Hannah. And she was barren, and her husband had more than one wife. A lot of them did in those days. And back in those days, it was considered to be a disgrace not to be able to reproduce a woman. And so she really prayed, and she said, God, if you give me a child, I'll dedicate that child to the Lord. So she conceived, and you know who her son was? Samuel. Samuel
He had
was a
long
prophet,
hair, like me.
and he anointed David as king. See, God's given us His law for our good. Anybody like sports out here?
Sure. I'm a sports guy. Not gonna lie. Work for all
Okay.
sports information.
Say Brett Favre.
Favre.
He what is it?
Favre.
No, it's Favre. I was just messing with you.
And so he throws a touchdown, or he throws a pass, a complete pass, but the receiver is out of bounds when he catches it.
That's not complete.
It's spectacular, but it doesn't count because he's out of bounds. See, what makes the game of football is the boundaries and the rules. Suppose the Vikings. Where is this game going to be played? Here in New Orleans?
In New Orleans.
Suppose the Vikings come down. They say, look, you got home court advantage, and we get 5 downs before we have to turn the ball over. Well, no, you can't play that. I don't even think the Vikings.
This is a situation that would never actually happen.
The same rules, the same rules apply for everybody. The problem is, you all want to make up your own rules for the game of life, and that ruins the game for everybody.
I know, I love that board game.
You gotta all play by the same rules, and you gotta stay within the boundaries.
Kind of like when the banker takes all the money.
You know, a lot of you do some spectacular things, maybe, as sinners, unbelievers. Do some helpful things, but you're playing out of bounds. It doesn't really count with God.
Good enough in math to be able to be the banker. But really, it's just they want to steal the money from the bank.
I don't know. I think he went to
Hey,
class.
just like Mark McGuire.
I got the.
You know, suggesting
What?
maybe,
Oh,
you know, his records are hated.
I got like probably almost an hour so
Hated.
far.
Because
Yeah.
he broke the rules.
He's talked about some crazy shit, man.
Can we get
Huh?
a HUD sign going again?
Yeah, that's we didn't. I have one.
What?
I just don't have
Really?
Yeah, she
I
goes
thought-
stuff like 10:30 or 11.
Alan said that at like 5 everyone was going to the bar.
By the way,
Yeah, there's
you
a
can't
hotel
play
bar and then the
basketball
house.
on the football gridiron.
This is like,
Okay, who wants to sign?
you should go to a, yeah, you should go to both.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see about it.
Should probably give it to a girl.
Hockey with football.
Should probably give it to somebody who.
It's got to be properly equipped.
Weird people out.
Can't wear shoulder pads.
Earlier,
Play
I was just
basketball.
standing there holding.
Just holding the sign, exactly.
So each game has its rules, its rituals, its dress code. And so God's laws have all that. They're for our own good. To make the game.
Oh, KP.
Well, for dress code, we're to be modestly dressed.
So we should dress like you.
Yes.
So we should all be more like you.
Good old model, yes. Just like me. See, I always wear classical dress. That's why.
I like this shirt.
You know, when I was in college, 50 years ago, I wore a blue blazer, Oxford shirt, classic tie, khakis, and loafers. That's still my typical outfit 50 years later. It's always in style.
I have a question. You were talking about each game has its rules, you know, and each game's a certain thing. Well, what if religion, if you looked at it in that perspective, if religion was, say, a game like maybe Christianity's football and Hinduism's basketball, which is the game you should play?
For Christianity, you play the game of Christianity.
What if you don't like football and you like basketball instead?
I mean, I'm not trying to get violent or anything. I was just wondering, like,
We're talking,
like on a personal choice.
we're talking about the rules of life. And the
There's
rules of
only one
life,
game in life.
the rules of life are universally applicable. You can't. Everybody's got to be honest. See, just one dishonest person can really mess up society as a whole.
I agree.
You know, think of the damage one man.
Good thing
Adolf
there's no
Hitler-
dishonest people around.
the damage that one man
Otherwise,
like an
society
Adolf
would be in the
Hitler can do,
shithole.
or Osama bin Laden can do. It ruins things for everybody. You know, one drunk driver. You know, there have been more Americans killed by drunk drivers than in all of our wars combined. Yes, I am. That's the rule of life.
Can we get
There's
some
the
stats
same
on
rule
that?
for
'Cause
everybody.
That
They're
doesn't
universal.
sound right.
And I challenge
Taking this
anyone
analogy way too
to come up with better rules for life than the Ten Commandments, the Golden Rule. If you can convince me that you've got a more ethical, higher ethical standard than the one taught in the Bible, I'll consider it.
Well, I'm just saying, a lot of major religions have the same beliefs that Christianity does. If you're talking about morals and everything, and the way to live life, they all teach a message of peace and love and compassion, and all in the way to live your life. The only difference is they just believe in a different so-called God.
They don't all teach that.
Just kind of
They
don't
don't
do
all
it.
demonstrate
But you don't know what it is to do
I'm saying not all of them do, but I mean a lot
You
of
won't find the
religions are
Quran,
based
you won't find the admonition of the Quran to love your enemy.
What about in the Hindu religion, the followers of Krishna?
Okay, in the Hindu religion, teaches ultimately all is one. It's one of the basic tenets. Now, if all is one, ultimately right and wrong are one. Good and evil are one.
I think Hindus would disagree with
See,
that.
I think that means though all is one, everything has the capacity of good and evil.
Pantheism means that God, this is simplifying, I realize, but God is everything and everything is God.